What's going on Instagram, Facebook? Hey, it's Daily Devotion. Pastor Scott here. It's good to see you guys, everybody, every day, pretty much every day during the week for Daily Devotion here at noon, or like today, noon 03, something like that. But anyhow, it's good to see everybody. Hey, yesterday was a great day at the Coast House. We're excited about all that Jesus is doing, and we were in a series, back into our series after having a guest speaker last week. We're in the Makings of a Movement series, and this week we talked about every movement has a mark. Every movement has a mark. There's something different about them. There's something that stands out. And we talked about not being swimming in the sea of same. You know, everybody in the world just does their own thing. But we talked about how we're called to be different. And I want to jump right in today. Not a lot of preliminaries. We're headed out of town tonight for a wedding, tomorrow in San Diego. So we're going to be getting a lot of things done and trying to get out. And I probably won't be on tomorrow. I may try and jump on from down there. We'll see. Probably won't be on tomorrow, but we're here today. So anyway, 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse number 9 says, 1 Peter chapter 2 and 9 says, "But you are not like that, for you are a chosen people. You are a royal priest, a holy nation, God's very own possession. As a result, you can show others the goodness of God, for he called you out of darkness into his wonderful light. And once you had no identity," verse 10, "as a people, now you are God's people. Once you received mercy, now you have received God's mercy." And so the writer here, Peter, was letting God's people know you're called to be different. And that was the message yesterday. If this movement is going to actually invoke change, you can't be the same as everybody else around you. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to make a difference in the world, you have to be different. If you're going to make a difference in somebody, you can't be just like them. You can't struggle with the same addictions that they struggle with. You can't be struggling with the same issues that they struggle with. You have to be an overcomer. And Peter was saying, you know what? Once you've received mercy, once you received no mercy, you didn't have any mercy that could forgive you of all of that. But now you have God's mercy. And that is the differentiating factor that makes you different. You have God's mercy, God's grace over your life. You have forgiveness. And so instead of walking with the shame of the negative things that we do, of the things that we do that are against God's will, now we walk in mercy. Those things are forgiven. We're allowed to do better things. We're called to do greater things. And that is what God wants us to do. That is his calling on our life. He's calling us to be different because he wants us to make a difference. If you want to do something in this world, you've got to rise above the sea of same, and you've got to swim against the grain. You know what? There's things that I don't do. There's places I don't go. There's words I don't speak. There's things I don't put in my body. There's things I don't let my eyes see. There's things I don't let my ears hear. There's jokes I don't tell. There's a lot of things that I don't do. Why? Because I'm different. And so I ask the question, are you different today? Are you living a life that's different? And if you're not, well, there's good news. Jesus wants to help you, to give you the power to live that different life that is overcoming all of the junk and the chaos and the depression and the anxiety that the world feels. So I just want to encourage you today, live a different life. Be different. Be somebody that God is calling you to be, not what everybody else around you is telling you to be. Be who God is calling you to be. And I'm telling you, it makes all the difference in the world. It's made all the difference in my life. And hey, if you're interested, the message that I preached yesterday is still online. Actually, the full service is online, YouTube and on Facebook. So if you want to check that out, you can do that and hear the message. Every movement has a mark. We are a different group of people. We get it. And you know what? I'm okay with that because I know I can make a difference only if I'm different. God bless all of you guys. Hey, have a great week, all right? I want to give you something before we leave. The practical application that I gave yesterday, it kind of goes along with the theme, and we'll be diving into this during the series this week. The practical application was simply this: to pray and ask God this week, what is an area of my life that is not pleasing to you? What is an area? And that's something that I prayed this morning. God, what am I doing in my life that is not pleasing to you? What is one area? And tell you what, you have not because you ask not. So if you ask him, he's going to reveal that. And then, you know what? Have the boldness and the courage to let God work on that area in your life. So pray and ask God, what is an area in my life that is not pleasing to you, to him? And I tell you what, he's going to reveal it. He's going to help you, and you're going to be stronger because of it. God bless you. We will see you guys in the next one. It may be tomorrow, it may be Wednesday, but hang in there. We'll see you.